Hello everyone, welcome to Chapter 2, Lesson 5, the 5th grade math book. I know we're doing problem solving, so this is going to be a lot of the math practice 2, logic and reasoning, and the strategy we're going to be focusing on today is making a table. So that's going to be math practice 7, utilizing structures. So let's learn the strategy. In a recent year, about 63 out of every 100 households in the United States owned at least one pet. About how many households out of 10,000 owned at least one pet? So number 1 is understand. What facts do we know? Well, based on the information, we know that 63 out of 100 households. So this is 63 out of 100 households owned at least one pet. What do we need to find? How many households out of 10,000 owned at least one pet? So plan. I will make a blank to solve the problem. Since we are learning how to make a table, we are going to say I will make a table to solve the problem. So number 3, solve. So they provided a table for us. One is the total number of households, and the other one is the number of households owning at least one pet. So we need to get from 100 to 10,000. And whatever we do to one side of the table, we're going to do the other side. Same exact thing to both sides of the table. So it says we're going to multiply by 10. And 100 times 10 is 1,000. And since we did this to one side of the table, we're going to do the same exact thing to the other side. So 63 times 10 is 630. So we have to multiply by 10 one more time to get to 10,000. So we have 10,000, and whatever we do to one side, we have to do to the other. So 630 times 10 is going to be 6,300 pets. So about 6,300 out of 10,000 households owned at least one pet. It says use mental math to multiply. So 63 times 100 is going to be 6,300. So we did this by making a table. So now we're going to do one with, we kind of have to make our own information. So it says practice the strategy. Nestor is saving money to buy a new camping tent. Each week, he doubles the amount he saved the previous week. If he saves $1 for the first week, how much money will Nestor save in 7 weeks? So it says, what facts do we know? By taking the information of the paragraph here, it says Nestor is saving money to buy a new camping tent. Each week, he doubles the amount he saved the previous week. So we know that each week, he doubles the amount he saved the previous week. And then if he saves the $1 the first week, how much money will Nestor save in 7 weeks? So another thing we know is he saved $1 the first week. This is what do you need to find? So this is asking, what's the question asking? So this is how much money will Nestor save in 7 weeks? So number 2 is plan. What will we do? Well, since the strategy is, like I said, making a table, that's the strategy we're going to be practicing for this lesson. So plan. I will make a table to solve this problem. Number 3 is solve. So this is where we're going to create our table. So when creating a table, it's kind of tricky because you have to you just kind of got to work with the information you have to decide what kind of table you have. So we know 2 bits of information. We know that each week he doubles, and then we know that he had $1 the first week. So we're going to divide this table into 2 sections. The first section is going to be each week, and then the next section is the amount he saves. So this was the first one, and then that's going to be the second one. When I say this, I mean each week's the first one, then the dollar, he saved $1 the first week, that's going to be the second one. So we're going to say amount saved. So we need to know how much he saves in 7 weeks. This is week 1, week 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So the first week, we know he saved $1. And based on the information we know, the amount he said each week he doubles the amount he saved the previous week. So what we need to do here is we need to double that. So we're going to multiply it by 2. And then the following week, we're going to double once more. So each of the previous week, he's always doubling. I know in the last example, I said whatever we do to one side, we have to do the other. But that's a case-by-case scenario. So it really all depends on the information given. So this one, we're just doubling how much he saves each week. So 8 times 2 is 16. 16 times 2 is 32. And then we're almost at the 7th week. We're going to double one more time. 32 times 2 is going to be $64. So now we have to look at what do we need to find? How much money will Nestor save in 7 weeks? So we know that on the 7th week he earned $64. So to find out how much he earned altogether, we're going to add them all up. And we're going to get the final answer is in 7 weeks, he earned a grand total of $127. So we can check our work. We can do this by, one method is we're going to round each 2-digit number to the nearest $10. So we have $1 plus $2 plus 4 plus 8. So now that we're at the 2-digit number, 16 is going to round to 20. 32 is going to round to 30. And 64 is going to round to 60. After adding all that together, we get $125. So we're going to say that yes, our answer is reasonable. 125 is close to 127. So in 7 weeks, Nestor saves $127. So I know for the rest of the work is going to be all word problems. Just remember, apply the strategies to solve each problem by making a table. And just make sure you understand. So what facts do you know and what do you need to find? That's going to help you most when solving all the problems. But that's also the end of the notes, so thank you for watching.